as a salesperson, why is it that your message needs to be refined and easily understood by your buyer? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. I almost said Oahu, right? I don't know why so much. I almost said Oahu. I'm in Sacramento today. And so I got to tell you a story. So this week, I go get my oil changed. I'm sitting there in the lobby. I've got my headphones on. I'm listening to a good copywriter teach copywriting because, I'm always learning too. And this guy comes in and he interrupts the business owner. So he goes to the counter and he talks to the girl. This isn't like some national chains independent shop. And he goes, "Hey, is the owner here?" She's like, "Let me go grab him." So she goes into the back. You can hear the bzz, bzz, right? They're doing work in the back. And so the owner comes up and he says, "What can I do to help you?" And the sales guy goes on full crazy town mode. And like the term show up and throw up, was made for this guy. He shows up and he's like, "I'm with this," blah, 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 and he's talking a mile a minute, maybe 2 or 3 miles a minute. And then the owner looks at him, he's like, "Dude," and he's got gloves on, he's got oil on his hands. He's like, "I'm busy, I don't have time for this conversation." And the sales guy just isn't listening. He's just like, maybe if I just talk faster and I raise my voice higher, guess what? This guy's gonna go ahead and buy my product and my good. And eventually, sales guy got thrown out, right? He didn't have a congruent message. He didn't have anything that was like really smart to do. His idea was show up and throw up, spray and pray, whatever terminology you want to use, and it just didn't work out well. This is why you really need to think out your sales process. You really need to think about, hey, who am I going to be meeting with and how am I going to be interrupting their day? Everybody's got a gatekeeper. I've got a gatekeeper, it's called voicemail. You got a gatekeeper, it's called voicemail, right? I don't know that number, I'm just going to hang up on it, right? You also got the delete button in the form of an email. So this is why your first 10, 15, 30 seconds needs to be powerful and thought out. And what do I do if I go somewhere and I have to get this person's attention? What is it that I have to do? And the days of I'm going to talk faster, I'm going to talk louder, just don't cut it anymore. You really have to have a refined message. You really have to be good at what you do. And I know there's probably some salespeople out there, they're like, "Yeah, but I can get into any gatekeeper and I can, as long as I talk faster and talk louder." Eventually that's going to go away. Eventually, somehow, some way, you're just going to run out of people to talk to and you're going to have to rely on your skills and your capabilities, right? Real conversation. Pay attention to your sales message. Pay attention to the people you're working with. I had a couple of ideas. So let's just say it's me and I got to go to that car place and I'm trying to get that guy's attention. There could be things that I could leave behind. That's always an option. There's always, it doesn't always work, right? It's not always the most beneficial for this works every time. But there's things you can leave behind. There's appointments and schedules that you can make. You could ask the gatekeeper what's the best way to meet with this person based upon the information. What are the parameters that it takes to meet with them? Right? Sometimes just having a human conversation with the gatekeeper is one way to get past them. There's a million ways to do it besides show up and throw up. That's all I'm getting at. Right? And you really need to work on it. I wish I had more time for a video to go through in depth with you. I'll just make a series. I'll make a series for you. So there you go. You got one thing to do for you from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultants of the video. You should check it out as long as you click on the bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.